So good morning, Toastmaster and respected guests. So I believe I'm audible and visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I am Toastmaster Manigandan. So I'm currently working as a senior supply chain planner, and I'm a specialist in supply planning. So today I'm going to your Sajat attempts for the meetings, and I'm heartily welcoming you to the 20th meetings of PTC Club. In this club, we have three ground rules. The first ground rule: please switch off your mobile phone or in silent mode, because this will help the meeting flow does not disturb by your phones. The second one: during the meeting, do not discuss about sex or politics or religion. And the third rules: please enter or exit during the applause time alone, because this will ensure speaker does not disturb. So these are all the three ground rules which is followed by Toastmaster. And then I'm going to the mission statement of Toastmaster. So we provide you the supportive and positive learning experience from which member can empower the communication and leadership skill. So the result will be the greater self-confidence and personal growth. So this is about today's uh, um, ground rules and the mission of the Toastmaster. And today, Toastmaster of the Day going to be conducted by Toastmaster Narsinga. The title will be The Day in My Life.
Uh,
So, with that note, I
Money,
will hand over my stage. Yeah.
Sorry to interpret. You need to hand over the session to presiding officer,
Okay.
Toastmaster Anto.
Okay. So, with that note, I will hand over my stage to presiding officer, the young and energetic, and he is working in uh, TCS as a system engineer. So, I will hand over my stage to Infant Ferdinando. Welcoming
Thank,
Infant Ferdinand.
yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Manigaran, for your nice introduction. So, yeah, very good morning to all. Please ensure my voice is audible. Can someone
You are
confirm
audible.
me?
You are audible.
Yeah. Very good morning to all, to my PTC family members and Toastmasters and visiting Toastmasters and other guests also. So, and welcome to the 220th meeting of Puducherry Toastmaster Club meeting. So, before I go with starting the meeting, I have to share the short story which is related to to our TMOD team a day in my life. A few weeks ago, I woke up with a long list of things to do. I have checked my phone, replied to messages, rushed to work, attended meetings, solved problems, and kept moving from one task to another. By end of the evening, I have felt exhausted with the work. So on the way my room, I noticed a child, little boy, flying flying a kite in the top of the building. He was smiling, laughing, and completely absorbed in that moment. Watching him, I realized something important, that the most memorable part of our day is often not the task we complete, but the moments we experience and cherish. The conversation with my friend, that is my roommate, a lesson we learn, a challenge we overcome, or even a small act of kindness. Every day seems ordinary, but each day tells a unique story. That is what today's team a day in my life. And the team invite us to reflect on our daily experience and discover the stories hidden within them. Today we have exciting lineup prepared for us by our Toastmaster of our day, Toastmaster NARASINGA, and he will guide and lead us towards this meeting and journey. So supporting him, I am handing over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster NARASINGA.
Sorry to interrupt, Narsinga, just a few seconds. So, Batri, you had something to share with us?
Ma'am, Tina ma'am, Batri and Rajaram, they joined today's guest for first
Guest.
time.
Okay.
First
Nice,
time.
nice. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Kazi
Yeah.
sir. And I just wanted to hand over the stage back to presiding officer to introduce the guest and the visiting Toastmaster for a couple of minutes so that we'll hand over the session to Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Tina ma'am for telling correcting my path. So may I now request the guest Patrinathan to introduce himself in the short for our meeting.
Good morning to every all. My name is K. Badrinathan, working in Department of Post. First time I joining this Toastmaster International Club. Uh, 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 I joined in my department in the last 11 years. I love my job, and then yeah, so that's all.
Thank you, guest Patrinathan. So now I may request guest Rajaram to take a stage for a short introduction about himself.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to meet you all on Sunday. So it's been a while. I wanted to join this Toastmaster, the online classes as well as the in-place meeting, but I wouldn't able to join. Thanks for Kasi for posting relevant Toastmaster achievements and what is happening on the events. So that's motivate me to join here. Yeah, myself Rajaram, and I'm working in Mindsprint, and I was part of the digital operations team. So I have overall 15 plus years of experience in IT. So yeah, that's all about me. Yeah, thank you, team. I wanted to learn more about everything. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guest Rajaram, for your nice introduction. And now I welcome all the visiting Toastmasters to our Puducherry Toastmaster Club. So first, I start with Toastmaster Daniel. Please introduce yourself to our PTC members.
Yeah, very good morning to all. Myself, Toastmaster Daniel Andrew. I am part of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. Sorry.
Yes, Daniel, you
Yeah.
can go carry on.
Yeah. So I'm part of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club, and since last 2 years I am being in Toastmasters, and today I will be doing the evaluation of the second speaker. That is my role today. I am just happy to be part of this meeting today, and hope it will be an interesting meeting and very engaging for all of us. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. Thanks for showing your presence with us, and we'll continue our presence also. I welcome Toastmaster Adrav.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Myself, Toastmaster Athar. I am from Toastmaster Metanoia Toastmaster, which is a college club. I'm currently pursuing my undergrad second year in Ishwari Engineering College in the stream Computer Science Engineering with AI and ML. I joined Toastmasters to enhance my communication skills, to meet new people, to make connections, and in general, uplift my communication skills. Today, I'm going to give my speech in level 1 project 3 in the dynamic leadership pathway. I am a third speaker for today. That's it about me. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adrav. Now I welcome Toastmaster Lokia to introduce herself to our PTC members.
So, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday to everyone. I am Toastmaster Laukya from KIT Toastmasters Club, which is a college club in Coimbatore. So, I'm currently pursuing my final year in BTech Biotechnology, and I am a active Toastmasters member since last 3 years. I joined in my first year, and I have completed my pathway in engaging human and won Triple Crown last year. And other than that, I currently doing intern in Hyderabad. And I'm an active Toastmaster, wanting to learn and passionate about public speaking, and today's individual evaluator. So let's have an happy Sunday, happy meeting. Thank you, Puducherry Toastmasters Club, for having me here. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lokia, for a nice introduction. So we'll have our feedback session about for visiting Toastmasters and guest in the end of the meeting. So can I confirm, is there still any other guest in our list?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Thanks for confirmation testing Toastmasters, Tina Pastai. So with that, now I hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster NARASINGA.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Anto, for the warm introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. Happy to see you in the wonderful morning Sunday. For one humble request, I hope everyone will listen. Could you please, if possible, switch on your camera? This is my humble request. If it's possible, I'm happy for that. If not, it's okay because I had been some busy hurdles. Yeah, you see how happy faces, how smile faces, right? That's how we are in the Toastmaster, right? Instead of seeing the black screens, if you the happy faces, I'm very happy to see the good faces. Yeah. You know, everybody, what is the theme of the day, right? Someone forget the first word, 2035, a day in my life. Not in my day in my life, current. What is 2035 in my day in my life? Okay. Just imagine, just I will make the contest what I'm going to talk. Just realize, just visualize. I will give some things also. You have watched the Iron Man Tony Stark, right? How the AI assistants have to talk. Just imagine what I'm saying. Today is June 14, 2035. I woke up at 6:30. My assistant is telling, hey, good morning, Narsinga. You had a Sunday wonderful morning. You had a good sleep around 7 or 30 minutes. You had a good deep sleep around 3 hours. You are the between, you have the good dreams also. So it will tell you have the morning running for half an hour. You are the goal schedules, right? It will show what goals we have. So you want to go for running. What are my priority tasks in entire day? So okay, I started my day. So it will telling me while running, it will tell your heartbeat is higher. So please go down. So it will tell you have the good energy, go sprint. So it will guide like an assistance. Then it will teach yoga. You are doing bit high stretches, go slow. Or you are good breathe, make a slow breathe. It will suggest like a one of the assistant. It will make sure each and every movement you are doing a correct or wrong. Let's say breakfast. Okay, in your breakfast you have the good calories, good fibers, good carbohydrate, everything we have. So let's imagine we have everything, right? I'm not making as a story. In the current, we have in the current situation, we have the Aura Ring, Aura Ring 5 Whoop watches. So Aura Ring is just a ring. Whoop watches, we will close it. It will tell what is the heartbeat in the time. It will Aura Ring will tell what is the energy in entire through day when you feel low. So it will each and every time will communicate. Just I will give small introductions. Everyone knows the Elon Musk, right? Neuralink. So he's the biggest vision for the futures, how Neuralink is going to happen. So with this motive, I'm going to start my TMOD theme. So everyone knows Toastmaster have the three segments. First is the prepared speech. Second is the table topic as impromptu speech. Third is the evaluations. So with this motive, I will call my general evaluator Toastmaster Muthu. Before calling him, just I'll give the small introduction about him. He's a biomedical engineering, working in the IT Medical Private Limited. His hobbies are reading book, watching cricket. Also, he is a consistent blog maker. He have good skills on his consistency. Your last few months are coming with every energetic speeches, taking the TMOD sessions, everything. Over to Toastmaster Muthu, seeing your assistance with the help.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster NARASINGA. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. I just want to make sure I'm audible and visible. Can someone please confirm?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Today, I'm the general evaluator for today's meeting. As a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the meeting as a whole from the start to the end. Not the speakers alone, but how effectively all the meeting roles work together to create a valuable learning experience. I will evaluate everything in today's meeting, how the session went and everything else. To conduct this evaluation effectively, I am a general evaluator, usually assisted by a set of what we call a set of I don't call assistant, a set of tag team. So in that, first I would like to call the timer to introduce his roles and responsibility. For today's meeting, the timer role is played by Toastmaster Money, right? Toastmaster Money is a BTech graduate and working in supply chain management specialist in demand and supply planning. I request Toastmaster Money to come up and introduce himself and his roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. Hi, team. So I am Toastmaster Manigandan. So today I'm going to take a timer role. So my role is very simple. So I need to take down the timing of each speaker, and I will report at the end of the meeting. So usually we have 3 sessions. One is prepared speech. For prepared speech, we have time 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I will raise a green card, and 6 minutes, I will raise a yellow card, and 7 minutes, I will raise a red card. And then moving to evaluation section. So for evaluation section, we have 2 to 3 minutes. So as I said on prepared speech, 2 minutes I will raise a green card, and 2.30 second I will raise a yellow, and 3 minutes I will raise a red card. And we have table topic section, that is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute I will raise a green card, and 1 minute 30 second I will raise a yellow card, and 2 minutes I will raise a red card. So, and also we have usually 30 minutes grace period. So this will alert a time speaker need to somehow finish their speech within the minute. So this is about timing rules. Maybe after that I will report at the end of the meeting. So with that note, I will hand over my stage to Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Money, for briefly explaining your roles and responsibilities. Now, next we have the off counter, and today's off counter is Toastmaster Thirumurugan. And to introduce himself, he is the founder of Thiru's IAS Academy, and we are glad to have you, sir. Now, I request Toastmaster Thirumurugan to introduce his roles and responsibilities. Now, over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Thirumurugan. Today, I'm going to play the role of R counter, and I count the R sounds and also the repeated words. So usually, while talking in English, we used to say the air filler sounds, but so the filler words. So I used to count, and at the end of the meeting, while the general evaluator called me, so I can give my report according to the performance by the Toastmasters as well as the guest. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tinmurugan sir, for neatly explaining your roles and responsibilities. Now, next I have the grammarian. Today's grammarian is Toastmaster Ikram. Now, let me give his introduction. Toastmaster Ikram is a BTech graduate, a triathlete, a freelance business development consultant in US healthcare. Now I request Toastmaster Ikram to read out his roles and responsibilities.
Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. I am Ephraim. I'll be playing the role of grammarian today. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to note down the usage of language. I'll be noting down any outstanding words, quotes, as well as improper use of language. And as grammarian, I'll be introducing the word of the day as well as the idiom, which is when things starts going south during a meeting, you should see the livid look my manager gives. So the word of the day is livid, which means extremely angry, and going south means in a deteriorating. It means deteriorating situation where things doesn't go as per your plan or unplanned. So over to you, TM Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ikram, for beautifully explaining the word of the day. And with that, my role as a general evaluator for now is over. Now I will hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day. Now I will work in background to note down the meeting. Now I will be back after the prepared speech and the table topic session is over. I will come during the evaluation session. With that, now I hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu, for precisely introducing your tag team and your roles and responsibility. With that, I will go with our team of the day. Just I talk about the neural link, right, for the Elon Musk. So just yesterday I gone through what are the things are they currently done, what they can we expect in the futures, right? So as of now, they have tested in the pig and the monkey. So how our brain is working. Let's say example, they have tested in the monkey just based on the imagination. Just we can type, we can play the games, we can do the conversation to the computer. Let's say example, I want to do these things. Just if you imagine, computer itself it is started. So already they have from the 2024 they have hired the testing on the humans. Currently, every year 21 humans they are voluntarily to check their how the neural current system is working in the future. So I hope it's already in the current how our brain is working. They have already identified about the futures. So ultimately, where are it going to helpful, right? So what are the things I read? So we can store our brain. Let's say example, the legendary like Elon Musk or anybody, big people, right? We can store the brain for the next people. You don't die their power, imagination, leadership skill. What are the things they learn, right? It can carry forward for the next year. The brain skills won't do die. Even human bodies died, you can carry forward for the next year. Also, we can make the visions. Who are the blind guys? They can through the neural link, they can make the visions for the blind people who are not able to talk. They can able to make them to talk. So these are the things they have already tested, or they are trying to currently testing the humans if possible or not. So it will make very we can able to imagine is happening in the life or not. So, but it happens. Let's see on future how it's going to happen. So also I'm going to talk about few top industry, how it's evolved. I go to one by one industry in my upcoming segments. With that, we are going to move for first segment. It's a prepared speech. For first speaker, we have Toastmaster Kasi. Just I will quickly introduce about the Kasi. He's a ultra runner. Just I searched in the Google what is the ultra runner to the marathon, right? So what is the meaning? Marathon is the defined kilometer, like 42 kilometers is the marathon, but ultra run is more than the marathon. It goes 50 kilometer, 100 kilometer beyond based on 6 or 12 hours, 16 hours. People continuously run. So he's an ultra runner. He's a traveler or hiking means he'll travel multiple hiker as he has a good endurance, energetic. He love friends and families. He always spend time with the friends and families. Also, his domain is working on cyber security, a director in numerator company. The one of the most needed right now is a cyber security. I will talk about also cyber security in my upcoming things. Before calling Kasi, I will call. Okay, I'm the evaluator for Toastmaster Kasi. Just I will read what is the speech title, everything. Give me a second. Okay, Toastmaster Kasi is a pathways a presentation mastery. Project is connect with the storytelling level 3 speech one. The speech objective is to demonstrate storytelling skills by sharing personal travel experience and connecting them to meaningful life lessons about culture, friendship, courage, and learning. So his title is Causes, Trip, and Travel. Okay. As a TMOD, just I'm back with this topic. Toastmaster Causes, Trip, and Travel. Toastmaster Causes, Trip, and Travel. The speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Kasi.
Am I audible
Yes,
and visible? Is
yes,
it clear?
Yep,
Yeah.
clear.
I think already my evaluator highlighted my title, Kasi's Trip and Travel. Trip means, I think everyone knows, travel means related business and company related travel. Travel is something that everyone needs at some point in life. One of my friend once posted a WhatsApp status that said, using a mobile phone gives information. Using mobile phone gives information. This is the mobile phone. But traveling without a mobile phone gives knowledge. Said by Batirnathan, he is in the group as a guest. I strongly agree with the statement. Without it, mobile phone traveling gives so much of knowledge. You are going to ask for the how to go, which bus, is that place is a good. So a lot of things we are going to get it. That is the knowledge. But mobile we will get only for the information. Let's say example, my evaluated travel somewhere in Pune or Mumbai. We'll get it only for the information whatever he is going to share. We will not get like what happened in the real story. And today I would like to share two travel experience which I faced, I enjoyed in my life, and that through that the lesson what I learned from them. My first story take us back to 2008 when I was pursuing my MSc computer in a DG Vaishnava Arumbakam. One day, one of my friend told that he planned for a trip. He's planned for a trip into Kodaikanal. So the day came. That is tomorrow. When was discussing that in 2008. So I said all the best and enjoy the trip, and we'll meet Monday. His name is Manigandan. And suddenly, through that area, one friend called me, and we also joining the trip. We'll go through the bus. So be ready at 7 o'clock in Coimbatore. I said I don't have money for even 500. I have only for in my pocket 100 rupee. He said, and he pushed me that you have to join in this trip. So it is kind of encouraging me to come because I never seen in a Kodaikanal. So I immediately called to my roommate and borrowed for a 700 rupee. Taking that money, I reached to Coimbatore and we took a SETC bus at 7 o'clock. During the overnight journey, a foreign couple was sitting near to me. There's a friend my seat. So you know the Tamil Nadu bus, the television or radio. Nowadays is a radio and earlier it is a TV. The television in the bus was playing a song with a very loud volume. So the song is Kalidasan, Kannadasan song. So the foreigners they used to sleep around 8 o'clock exactly. So they were noticing there is a song is going on in the TV. Before going to the sleep, I noticed something like while seeing that foreign couple, I noticed something. They wished each other good night with a kiss, and they tried to sleep. But later, the volume of TV got disturbed. Then they asked the contractor to reduce the volume. Then they reduced exactly 8 o'clock. They went to sleep. My first lesson from travel was that different culture have different habits. That is what I learned from the foreigners. They went to 8 o'clock and the TV distracted. Then they requested. They went to bed. And the travel help us to understand and respect them. That is my first learning. The next morning, we reached Dindukal. We only two people reached through bus in Dindukal around 4 a.m. But my other classmate, my friends who are traveled to train by arrived a little late due to the train delay. That taught me the second lesson. Every mode of travel has its own advantage and challenges. When we finally reached Kodaikanal, we rented a large room and surrounded beautiful greenery. My friends started their celebration with a party, while I simply lay on the grass enjoying the cool weather. You know, the cool weather, how I enjoyed wearing a short and without wearing a shirt. I grassed, in the grass. I enjoyed the climate and the chillness. Since I don't have a good cloth for the trip, one of my friend let me a dress. That also I used for their dress. That moment taught me the third lesson. Friends is one of the greatest gift we discovered during the travel. That is my first trip. My second story happened in 2014. I was working in Nasik when my company gave me an opportunity to travel Nigeria. You know, Nigeria means Ebola, yellow fever, and Boko Haram travel. So Boko Haram terrorist group and local gundas. Many people warned me that Nigeria was a dangerous country and be cautious because there is a lot of through gunpoint they used to robbery money and a lot of kidnap also used to happen. If you get time, you can go through about Nigeria. So that travel like made me think a lot of things I used to think because I was very nervous. I spoke to a lawyer friend who gave me a simple advice: if you do right thing and stay cautious, you can travel anywhere. That sorry, I took the required vaccination and traveled Nigeria, and I enjoyed the trip. And I did my business trip. Sorry, business trip, and worked for the properly, and I came back without any issue. So in Nigeria, what I learned one day, I stayed in Nigeria in the cot in the PG in a cot. Next to cot, one guy came in the midnight, like around 12 o'clock. In morning, I asked, suddenly you are seeing, I'm seeing in 12 o'clock. Where you are before? He said, while coming in office yesterday before the night, through gunpoint, somebody tried to robbery in the previous night. I got shocked. Hearing the story remind me that while traveling can be excited, also required awareness and responsibility. From Nigeria, I learned that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being a careful, prepared, and moving forward despite uncertainty. Finally, I'm trying to say travel has taught me three valuable lessons. The first has helped us to understand different culture from a different people. Second, travel teaches us flexibility when things goes or it does not goes as per the plan. Third, travel plan as a third travel as help us discover friendship, courage, and confidence. Travel is not just about reaching a destination. It is about becoming a better person through the journey. With that, thank you. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kasi. Can you give the big applause to Toastmaster Kasi for completing the speech? Also, we'll take 1 hour silence. If you guys, what are the feeling about his speech, you can give the motivation comments on. We'll take 1 minute. Timer, please note for the 1 minute time elapsed to give the motivation about the Toastmaster class. You can text it on the message. You can in the message chat. I would like to everyone message. Don't see this awesome, fabulous, fantabulous. Just what are the coming in your mind? It will motivate to Toastmaster. So don't think can we write or not. So even small word can make big thing. Okay, time is there now.
It is time, yeah.
Okay, so with interesting time, we'll move to the next speech. Our next speaker is our Toastmaster Muthu. Before already introduction, Toastmaster for the time consumption, I will go for calling Toastmaster Muthu speech evaluators, Toastmaster Daniel. It will give you a speech objective and what's the time duration.
Yeah, thank you, TM Modi. My target speaker, Toastmaster Muthu, is going to give his a speech on his level 5 project. That is an educational session on beginning your speech. The speech education session title is beginning your speech. The session duration is 10 to 15 minutes. His pathway is presentation mastery. And the purpose of this project is to educate members on the importance of crafting a strong opening that captures audience attention and sets the stage for a successful speech. I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Muthu, and back to TM Modi. Thank you.
Thank you. What is the speech title? Okay, sorry.
Educational speech.
Educational speech.
The better speaker series.
Better speaker series, beginning your speech.
Sorry. Better speak for the beginning in the what is can you repeat
beginning
again?
Your speech. Yeah, better speaker series, beginning your speech. The title of the education session. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Toastmaster Muthu, better speech for your beginning speech. Toastmaster Muthu, sorry, I didn't remember the word. Better speech for the beginning of speech. Over to you. Timing is 10 to 15 minutes. Please, Toastmaster timer, note the timing. Over to Toastmaster Muthu. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Timer, please wait. Let me share my screen and then you can stop the time.
Okay, Muthu. Will let me know once you are ready. I'm seeing your screen. Yes.
Hope my screen is
Visible. Yeah.
timer. You can start the timing now.
Okay.
Very good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched a movie and decided within the first few minutes whether to you want to keep watching the movie or just not? Or have you ever picked up a book and read the first paragraph and immediately felt interested or bored? The same thing happens when we speak. Now the research shows that audience forms impressions very quickly, in fact, in few seconds. It is very unconscious. In those first few moments, listeners decide whether they will fully engage with us or mentally drift away. Today, we will explore one of the most important skills in public speaking, that is how to begin a speech powerfully and effectively. In fact, many great speeches are remembered not only for what was said, but how it has begun. Now, by the end of this presentation, you will discover simple techniques that can transform an ordinary speech into an extraordinary speech that will captures attention, builds connection, and makes your speech more and more memorable. Now the criteria for a successful opening. In fact, there are 4 important criteria for a successful opening. Now, the first one is to get the attention of the audience. Now, first, you must get the audience attention. Before a speech begins, people may be distracted by their thoughts on their mind, by the work, or their personal concerns. But when you begin with a good opening, they immediately focus their attention on you. Now, the second thing you need to do when you're opening your speech, that is, you need to introduce your topic neatly. So that audience quickly understand what you are going to talk about and why it is relevant to them. And the next thing is you must establish rapport, because rapport is very, very important. You can do it with a gentle smile or enthusiasm, and even your eye contact can help create a connection that makes your audience more receptive to your speech. Now, the fourth thing is, it's very, very important, and your introduction should not take more than 5 to 10% of your total speech time. That you need to decide how much it should be depending upon your speech. The opening should be powerful, it should be brief, and that is a very important thing. If your opening captures attention, introduces the topic what you are able to speak, and it builds rapport, and it remains concise, it means that you have laid a strong foundation for your successful speech. And one of the easiest way to achieve these objectives is by showing the audience why your topic is important, so that you need to take you are showing that you are taking care of your audience. Now, the most important technique I would like to share is to begin your speech, tell your audience why your topic is very important to them. I already told you, people are very busy. They are constantly thinking about their work, family, goals, and even their challenges. If they don't see any value in your topic, they don't listen to you, or they don't pay much attention to you. That's why successful speakers always answers the audience silence question, why should I care? If you give them enough reasons why they should care, they will give all of their attention. For example, if I were giving a speech on communication skills, I might begin by saying, The quality of our relationships, careers, and leadership often depends on how effectively we communicate with others. You know that this will immediately attract the audience attention and it will tell them why it is important. Now, when listeners recognize that the message what you are delivering can help them solve a problem, avoid a mistake, or achieve a goal, they naturally become more attentive. So just make note of this. Now, other thing you can do is you can begin with a startling statement. For example, a startling statement like this: smoking kills more Americans each year than were killed in battle during the World War II and Vietnam together. Or you can begin with a startling statement like, every day, thousands of people give up on their dreams, not because they lack ability, but because they stop believing in themselves. These statements makes people stop and think. So a startling statement works because it creates an emotional reaction on your audience. It can surprise, it can shock, or it can challenge the audience assumption so that they will focus more on what you are going to talk about. However, it should be relevant to your topic and should be supported by the fact and should not deviate from what you are going to speak. So the purpose is not to simply shock people, but to capture the attention and lead into your message. Now, another excellent way to begin your speech is by arousing suspense or curiosity. You can use a series of statements related to the topic that would bring interest. Like human beings are naturally curious. When we encounter something mysterious or unexpected, we want to know more and we want to know why it is. For example, a speaker might say, 5 years ago, I made a decision that completely changed my life. At the time, it seemed like the worst decision I had ever made. When someone said like this, we naturally want to know why it had happened. So immediately people start looking forward to what you are going to say. Like what happened, what was the worst decision, how did it change his life? Because they want answers. They continue listening. This technique works by creating a gap between what the audience knows and what they want to know. Now, the key here is to give just enough information to spark interest in your audience without revealing too much at the beginning at once. So when we use this technique effectively, we can create more interest on the audience. Now, another technique I would like to share, opening technique I would like to share is very common one. That is, we can start with a story or an anecdote. Like my brother and I went hunting last week in the woods behind my house. So when you begin with a story, people always hook into what you are about to say. People may forget facts, statistics, but they often remember stories because stories connect with emotions. For example, imagine you start a speech like, a few years ago, I stood at a crossroad in my life. I had a secure job, but I also had a dream of building my own business. But I was afraid of failing, but I was even more afraid of never trying. Immediately, what the audience become interested because they can relate to uncertainty, challenges, and dreams. So a good story always creates a picture in the minds of listeners, and it naturally draws them into your speech. So best stories are always personal and relevant to the topic, and most importantly, it should be easy to understand. If the audience are not able to understand what you are trying to say, or it is more complicated or more technical, so they don't relate to what you are trying to say. So it means they don't need to be long or dramatic. Even a simple life experience can make a powerful opening. So the best stories, are always your personal stories, because these are stories that you only know. Now, another important technique you can use to begin your speech is asking a rhetorical question. It could be like, do you know what to do if your child begins to choke? A rhetorical question is a question that doesn't require the audience to answer out loud. Instead, it encourages them to think about the answers internally. They will go into their mind. They'll start asking questions to themselves. Even they start answering the questions to themselves. For example, you might say, if you knew you could not fail, what would you attempt? The moment you ask the question, everyone in the audience begins thinking about their own answers. That's the power of a rhetorical question. It transforms the audience from passive listeners into your participants. That's what we always require all the time. We always want the interested audience. So another example could be, do you know what would you do if someone suddenly needed first aid? Now, what would you do? Questions like this immediately focuses our attention on the topic and make it personally relevant. Now, the key here is to ask a question that is closely related to your speech and meaningful to your audience. So, as I already told, it should be relevant to what to your speech. When people start thinking, they start listening, and when they start listening, your message becomes much more effective. Now, another technique I would like to share with you is always begin with a quotation, because a quote will always add authority to your speech, and it amuses the audience, and most importantly, it dramatizes the speech point. A well-chosen quotation, a quote, can instantly capture your attention, and it always brings in credibility and reinforce your message. For example, if I saying, I might begin with a quote from Eisenhower: "We don't need lead people by hitting them over the head. That's assault, not leadership." In just a few words, the quote communicates a powerful lesson about leadership. The quotes are effective because they allow us to draw humor, experience, or an authority to our speech. They always inspire the audience. They always immediately give something note for the audience. However, the quote should be short, relevant, and directly connected to your topic of your speech. Remember, the quotes are only the doorway into your message. The audience has come to hear your ideas, not just someone else's words. So don't depend more on the quotes. It's simply a doorway to your speech, doorway to your content, what you are going to bring. When used correctly, a quotation can provide a memorable and powerful beginning to your speech. Now, other technique I would like to share with you is reference the occasion. So referencing the occasion means you allow the speaker to recognize an unusual or important event and establish a common interest with the audience. I tell you what, this approach works particularly well when you are speaking at a special event, a celebration, conference, or award ceremony, or even a Toastmasters meeting. Like, we are going to celebrate our 5th anniversary of Puducherry Toastmasters Club next week. So in that occasion, you can use this technique. By acknowledging the occasion, you immediately create a connection with the audience because everyone presents a common purpose. For example, I was speaking at a Toastmasters anniversary celebration. I might begin by saying, today we are not just celebrating another year of Toastmasters. We are celebrating countless speeches delivered, fears overcome, leaders developed, and lives transformed. Such an opening makes the audience feel recognized and included. It shows that you understand why you have gathered there and why you are important to them. Referencing the question also helps establish rapport because it creates a sense of unity between the speaker, that is you, and also the audience. When people feel connected to the event and to you as a speaker, they become more receptive to the message. And now, apart from this, we have other techniques like humor, audience participation, a demonstration, and also a reference to a historical event. Now, we have seen 7 techniques are most common, but they are not the only way to begin. you can also use techniques like humor, because the audience always prefer humor. Humor can help the audience to relax, create a friendly environment, and audience participation. Like you ask a participant a question, or you can make them participate in what you do. It makes the audience involved. Another thing, you can do a demonstration. A demonstration, like it can create excitement and curiosity. Like if you want to give a speech, you can bring some property to the stage and you can show them how it works. This kind of demonstration makes your speech more interesting, and also a reference to a historical event like that had taken place long back. You can use that particular historical event and bring to the present, and you can relate the past to the present, and you can make your speech more interesting. So the key is not to use techniques, not a particular technique to every situation. Is to the key is to use the technique that particularly fits the particular audience and the occasion. The humorous opening may work well at a club meeting, but it may not be appropriate for a serious or emotional subject. So whatever the technique you choose, make sure it supports your message and helps your audience connect with your message. And so it literally means there are quite a number of opening techniques available. All you have to make sure that you use the appropriate one for the appropriate situation. Now we have seen many techniques to begin your speech, and we have so many do's, and we also have few don'ts. So just there is effective ways to begin your speech, and there are also some common mistakes that you should avoid when you are giving a speech. The first mistake is acknowledging the audience that you have not prepared well, or you have failed to do. For example, I'd say, I didn't have much time to prepare this for the speech. I am not really ready today. So when you give this kind of statements, when you are giving a speech, it literally means it reduces your credibility. Even the audience didn't know you have weakness. You already planted the doubts in your mind. So never say that. So just do whatever you can. Never acknowledge the audience that you have not prepared. Another thing you can do, you should not do, is avoid being dull or boring when you are presenting your speech. Imagine you begin with a speech like, today I'm going to talk about communication skills. So now you see there is nothing wrong with the topic, but there is nothing that grabs the audience attention either. So a speech should begin with energy, interest, and enthusiasm, and it should not sound like a table of content, and should not be being dull and boring. Other mistake you can avoid is delaying mention of the topic or for too long. So you should, when you start speaking your topic, you should introduce your topic and should not delay your topic for too long, thinking that it will like a great suspense, but instead it will create more confusion with the audience. So the audience should know what the speech is about and why it matters to them. So remember, a good opening creates curiosity, not confusion. So in summary, avoid apologizing, avoid boring openings, avoid keeping your audience guessing for too long. When you eliminate these mistakes, you create makes your speech more interesting.
Muthu, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, seeing my screen.
No, I'm not seeing this.
It is already exit the time,
okay.
19 minutes.
I'm the last.
Okay.
Last slide.
So
Sorry,
just want to confirm whether you are seeing my screen or not. Okay.
No, I'm not seeing.
No, you can continue. No issue.
No, I'm the last slide, so I'm very sorry for taking too much time. Now we come to the end of this presentation. Now, just to conclude my speech, the beginning of speech often determines the success of the speech. Today, we learned that a successful opening should accomplish 4 things. It must capture the audience attention. it should introduce the topic and it must establish rapport and it should be remain brief. So we also explored several techniques that can help us achieve this course, including the importance of topic, making a startling statement, creating curiosity, and also telling a story, asking a rhetorical question, and also using a quotation and referencing the occasion. The next time when you prepare a speech, don't wait until the end to think about your opening. Always spend extra time for crafting those first few moments because the first impressions are always the best impressions. A strong opening captures attention, it builds interest, and it makes your speech more appealing to your audience. With that, I would like to hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day. I'm very sorry for taking too much time. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. It was wonderful education sessions. It's timingly needed for everybody how to present the speech or how to construct the speech, right? It's timingly needed. It's wonderful. So we'll take 1 minute for give this suggestion on evaluation for Toastmaster Muthu. Timer, please note. Okay, so in the interesting time, we'll go to the third speech. Okay, so before before calling the evaluator, I will introduce him. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Adarva. He is the first year undergraduate student. Good to see you, the young blood, to joining the Toastmaster meeting. He is pursuing CSE Artificial Intelligence Machine Learning in Ishwari Engineering College. His hobbies are playing chess, badminton, and interest in learning new things in the tech world. Just I'm calling his evaluator, Toastmaster Lokia. Can you give his speech objective and time limits? Over to you, Toastmaster Lokia.
Thank you, DM Modi, for my introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Laukya, the individual evaluator for Toastmaster Athar. So he is giving his level 1 project 3, and the purpose of his speech gives the purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech for the member to demonstrate the ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech, evaluation speech. So this must be an evaluation speech, but other than that, there is another objective in this particular project is to repeat the speech and take the feedback from the previous evaluator and know how much effectively the evaluation been added. So I have taken his previous evaluation as well. So I hope he incorporates the previous evaluation into his speech. So over to you, T. Modi.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Lokia, for the detailed introductions. Toastmaster author, trust the process. Toastmaster author, trust the process. Timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you. All the best, Toastmaster author.
Am I clearly audible
Yes,
and visible?
audible, visible, yeah.
If you open any social media platform or attend a seminar, we're filled with same images. The images of people crossing finish line. The images of founder raising millions of dollars, a elite engineer getting a great tech role, or a student getting good grades. We live in a world that utterly obsessed with the finish line or the final product. We treat the middle, the messy, unpredictable, and the unconditional middle, as the annoying waiting room that everyone wants to skip through. Fellow Toastmasters, whenever the timeline stretches and the desired result don't show up, immediately the panic sets in. We start doubting ourselves, our skill, intelligence, and direction. But defining breakthroughs of our life never happen by lifting a trophy. They happen by reducing the anxiety, trusting the process, and stepping into the arena. I remember how exactly it is easy to lose trust over the process. It happened to me about a year ago as I was preparing for my entrance exam. I locked myself into a room, started drowning in the endless ocean of equations and mock tests. I remember it was a day before my full syllabus mock test. I was on my desk looking at the clock. It read 1 p.m. late night. My desk was buried under the mountains of books and paper. My hands were shaking. I was in a complete panic. While all this was happening, my version of self doubt and my version of confidence started interacting with each other. The version of self doubt said, "Hey, look at you. You do not even know the next formula. You're going to fail. If you fail tomorrow's test, your entire blueprint is ruined. You're not going to get into the university you dare to got to, or not going to get the dream job you wanted to. Your career is on a hanging. Your career is hanging. You are not going to win. You're going to fail." For which the version of confidence replied, "Stop, breathe. Your test hasn't yet started. The amount of preparation you have done for past few months is not going to go waste. You're just tired. You have to, the way the grandmasters don't focus on the last move from the very beginning of the chess, you should also focus on the next move. But I want the results now. What if I fail? The timeline is too long. I can't wait for it." Again, the version of confidence replied, "You cannot hope for the masterpiece on the day one. You start working step by step and start trusting the process." This interaction went on for 5 to 7 minutes. That day, I didn't push through. I walked away from my desk and went to sleep. The next morning, with a clear mind, I navigated the problem in a more better way than my panic could ever allow me. After that day, living individually in a hostel, interacting with startup founders, taking up roles in Toastmaster meeting, have reinforced the truth that the messy, unpolished middle is mandatory. You cannot skip through the unpolished speech draft to become a master communicator. You cannot skip through the broken line of codes if you want to build a great app. You should stop micromanaging your timeline, and it opens an unbreakable truth that the fulfillment does not lie in a trophy cabinet. It lies right here in the arena. Fellow Toastmasters, look around. We all are running a marathon, but we are so terrified of stumbling that we forgot how to run. So the next time you try something new and you feel like an amateur, or if your career plan or a startup idea hits a major bottleneck, do not panic. Do not force the future to arrive ahead of its time. Step back. Separate your identity from the setback. The friction you are facing right now is not the sound of you failing. It is the sound of your limits expanding. So trust the process. Do not focus on the destination. Focus on the iteration. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adar. Can we give a big round of stand ovation applause? It was wonderful speech. As a new first year college students giving the stage ovation speech is fantabulous. Toastmaster Other. It was totally inspiring the way of give the speech. We'll take 1 minute for the silence. We'll give the feedback to others. We can see the how the hard work you put in your speech, right?
Thank you very much.
Okay, with this interesting time, we'll move to our theme of the day. I hope many of them working the IT field. Few of them uh, going to join the IT field. So how the our current AI is going to evolve, or how is currently affecting the IT industries, right? So as a data scientist, I'm working last to 5 years in this domain. So just quickly, I will tell my like how do you say, like eye-opening this interesting thing, right? Last 1 years, I never typed a single code. I never write a single code in the last 1 year. I never debug for the single code last 1 year. So last 1 year, I am doing only prompting, try to get the good results, trying to get the better things, right? So everyone knows, right? Recently, the Fable 5 and the Mythos 5, the Anthropic, most of them can hear about the Cloud LLM model, right? Anthropic is the running the model. They have released multiple models. Currently, last few weeks before, they have launched Fable 5 and Mythos 5. So what the interesting point over here? So you can't able to imagine. So most of the big companies, they're working on the cyber security to avoid the vulnerability lands from lots of things they're working, right? So they are spending more than a year. Few of the company they quoted, you can able to do any cyber security attack my websites, right? But the Mythos 5 model, they have identified more than thousands of cyber security on each and every website. You can able to imagine. So in our all the monies or all the single pennies in our digital, right? We are having lakhs of crores in our in digital, but in single cyber security, people can lose everything. So it's a very high threatening things. So what they have done, instead of releasing to open source means publicly. So currently they have gave the model means Mythos model to more than 150 companies to work on to solve their what are the leakage points over here. So across 50 countries, they have the access for this model to solve the existing the pre-processed problem. You can see I have read some news a few years back. If you solve some big security, right, they you reward in the huge money. They give the crores amount if you rewarded some bugs. But Meteor's model doing the simple things. So somehow if you work in cyber security, there is a 0 day. They can 0 day means there is no single bug in my software. But model can able to imagine they can do one of the such things. So what I'm trying to say, in our current industry, like most of the Wipro, TCS, Cognizant, all the service-based company, they are working to working the ERP, SAP tool, digital transformation, application development, cloud migration from old system to new system, managing and services, service provider, security order. They have working like a think what exactly means a model can do, right? So I'm not a fear of anybody. So what am I seeing? So how the future is going to happen? So who are understand how AI model is working, how AI model is doing the task, why is exactly doing, like what are where are we need to take some decision to process for the next step. Okay, so literally, if I want to give some suggestion how I'm working, like initially, like 2 years before I have to do any machine learning model, right? I will do n number of iteration to trying to best results. But what are right now I'm doing, I'm asking to that Copilot to model. I want to precision recall or accuracy of about 90%. Try your best. You are a senior data scientist, you are a business analyst. Because of all the model have entire background data, right? So it will go across the platform. It will search each and every features. How am I able to improve my model? So what I learned, good prompt, it will make good results. Also, the human decision, it will more helpful because you need to teach what your business point, what you're looking, right? If you give the proper thing, you'll get the good results. So we can talk many things, but the time consumptions, I will move to our next segment. We have the table topic master, Toastmaster Oshik. uh, Toastmaster Oshik, over to you on your
Hello.
excellent
Yeah,
presentation. Yeah, welcome Toastmaster Oshik.
yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Hello, all my dear guests and my Toastmasters. Today, I will be acting as a Toast table topic master for this meeting. So today's theme is a day in my life. So as our team is simple, I'll be getting some simple and fun questions towards you. So I request everyone to participate voluntarily in this segment. So without much delay, can we start with the first volunteer?
So who are coming first? Will I offer the ice cream? I order through Swiggy or Zomato. Who are coming first?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll no.
Okay, let's Laukia do it.
So there are multiple people, so I cancel my.
No, before Tiyomodi asked set for ice cream, I actually raised my hands. I was
Okay.
not there for ice cream. I wanted to volunteer before.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Laukia. Let me get you my questions.
So good to have switch on a camera. People can see.
Okay, hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can. The screen
Yeah,
is
okay. Your first question is, which one do you skip immediately after waking up?
brushing.
Yeah.
No, not skip.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can.
I don't skip. I skip exercise. I never do exercise.
Okay, can you just elaborate something on that? Why you are skipping?
So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Laukia again as a table topic speaker. So, as I'm a college student, I run mostly upon screens and often sleep late at night. And when I wake up in the morning, it's always like running to have to be there in the college gate before 8:30, and not like, no, I have a pleasant morning. Let me soak the sunlight. It's never that pleasant morning. So, brushing and breakfast. I don't skip breakfast usually because I feel hungry. My HOD class is always in the first 2 hours, and whenever he comes to class, I really feel so sleepy. So I need that energy for the day. So I never skip that breakfast. And brushing is the first thing I do. So I thought immediately after waking up, I do brushing. So I never skip that. And breakfast is necessary. Maybe a small bowl of muesli or even a fruit bowl or Maggie at times when if I'm living alone, or in hostel, idli dosa obviously. So those two, having it and getting ready, running to the college itself is a go to day, beginning of the day. So the exercise part is always you can skip that part. I don't need exercise, right? I'm just 20 years old. I can skip that exercise part and do it later, maybe in the evening. Or me running to the college is itself of exercise, I guess. So every day morning, that rush to the college, brushing and breakfast is always done in that rushing, but not exercise. Maybe that running is my exercise. So that's how my day begins. Over to TTM.
Okay. Thank you, Lokia. It was a wonderful answer. And yes, it's good to skip it. It's not good to skip, but anyway, you are doing the exercise, like you are running and catching the bus. So it was good. So let me get the next volunteer, please.
Yes, I can go. Kasi.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Who are giving speech, they should on.
Okay, then I will go for it if somebody is not interested.
No. You should switch on your camera, otherwise.
Well,
Okay.
we will have the guests first to attempt the table topics. And if the topics are left out, then we will opt the role players.
Okay.
So, can we have Badrinathan sir or Rajaram to attempt any one topic, an easier topic? Okay, I think they're not available. Okay, we'll go with Kazi sir, and then we'll move to Ephraim.
Kasi sir, for you, I have a wonderful questions. I think you will give a new thoughts on this question. Can you able to see my screen?
No.
No. Okay. Now?
Yes.
Okay. This is your questions.
Salary comes, salary goes. Please give your thought.
You can also give where it's going actually.
Okay. Like my salary, yes. Okay. My salary comes every month of last day. I'm getting good salary. First, I'm allocating half of the salary. Almost yes, 60% of my salary goes mutual fund. 30% goes stock market. The remaining 20% my expensive and rental, yeah, family expenses. That is where I'm allocating. This is my salary comes. The reason why mutual fund, it is I feel like it is my asset, and as well as for my kids and my future expensive, because I have a habitual, like why I come to IT job. The main reason is I want to travel across the world. I want to gain knowledge, and I need to meet people like here also. Today I'm seeing like Daniel, other, so like a lot of new people. So here, that whatever people, like they're having a thought, even Ashik, he, like I'm seeing a first time, so second time or third time I'm seeing. So the question also very, different way, like I'm thinking something and he is thinking something. So I want to gain some knowledge, so I like to travel with my friend. That is my biggest goal I'm thinking. That is this way, like I'm spreading my salary, and future my mutual fund is going for my kids education and my travel. That is the main goal. And stock market, like up and down, but I'm managing. It's going that is way. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Kasi sir. You have some. You have given some glimpses on mutual fund and stock markets. Thanks for that. And like as an individual, we are like everyone is earning. We should also invest for our future. Like Kasi sir said, we should be futuristic towards our money. Thanks you.
Yes,
Can
monthly
I?
500 also you can invest
Yeah,
in
yeah.
mutual fund.
Sure. Let me start. Thank you, Kasi sir. Can I get next volunteer, please?
I'm here.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ephraim. And your question is, which one are you during meetings?
It shouldn't be only one of the one, right? I can be 2 or 3 things, right?
Yeah, you can pick 2 or 3 things and just elaborate on that.
Um, okay. The 3 things I am during a meeting is taking notes, either mentally or physically, listening carefully, and sometimes zoning out. If it isn't, if the if the person who's speaking is talking about something that I already know, or let's say I work as a subject matter expert with one of my clients, and during their POC meetings, they'll be talking about things that I already know. So those times I do zone out because they are I know where the conversation is going to go. So it isn't a responsible thing to say, but uh, I'm being honest here. I do zone out during meetings, but when it is an interesting conversation, I do listen carefully. If the conversation piques my interest, I do listen carefully and take notes. And TM Daniel, what is your question?
No question. Please
You had
go ahead.
just
I'm just showing
okay.
my interest for this topic.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Over to you, TM Ashik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ephraim. Thanks for the honesty. And yeah, I hope everyone. Hello. Yeah.
Go ahead, Ashik. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ashik, guest Rajaram is available to take next topic, next
Yeah.
question.
Okay, Kasi sir. Thanks, Ephraim, for your honesty. Let me go on to next question. Okay. Guess Rajaram, can you? Okay, then Toastmaster Daniel, I will go with.
Yeah.
Okay. Your question is, what do you usually do in your free time? Please don't tell I will be free. Okay, just.
Okay, thank you, table. Yeah, that is the question, right?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah. Thank you, table topic master, Toastmaster Ashik. It is very nice question because in this competitive world, we always, search for free time because always in a corporate world, always people are engaging, right? By the bosses, they are trying to give, most of the job even after the duty hours. But for me as well, the same thing. But I'm just always searching my free time to develop myself, to transform myself into a better person. For that, I always looking for improving my communication skills, speaking with other people and participating in the Toastmasters meetings. I always try to engage myself in various meetings apart from my, professional engagement. And one of the thing is I just wanted to engage myself in my physical fitness, like morning running for 10 to 15 minutes running. I always used to run for minimum 2 to 3 kilometers of run in my daily routine. So that is my one of the activity to make me physically fit. And apart from that, I will just prepare myself for my communications development, trying to read some books and prepare for speeches, and all those things keep me engaging and keep me, engage myself in a fruitful development of myself, transformation into a better person. Thank you. Over to you, to table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Like,
Ashik, maybe I will take one. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, the best investment we do is on ourselves. So it was a great answer, Daniel. Thank you.
Ashik, maybe I can go with sixth question. What I
Like,
do in the meeting.
I
Money,
think it's oh
Ashik, after money, you can have Rajaram in. He's available.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Money, like that question is already taken, I guess. You want to
Maybe
answer?
I can try that one. Yeah, again.
Okay, sure.
So are you sharing a screen? Because I'm not seeing.
Okay, it's already in share. No?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, actually, so initially I'm started my career. So after I completed my 12th standard, I not even the my HRs and my during the meeting they are speaking in English, right? Mostly, but at the time I don't even know words about English. So the couple of words I just know yes and no. That time I'm not listening. I'm just doing something, but and also I just completed 5 years in my job. After completing 5 year job, I'm not listening. I'm not taking notes. I'm not speaking. I'm just doing something. So one day, I presented my presentation. At the time, my boss is asking a question. It's not to me, but another person. So at the time, I am answering. Uh, so next day, the local bosses asked me, Mani, your boss is asking a question, not to you, to a different person, but you are answering. If you do like this, they're having some bad impression about you. So moving forward, please listen carefully. So that word changed me. So from that next day onward, I started listening. So from that day, I know what are all they are speaking. So that's a main point I just got from my local manager. So that day, I started listening very carefully instead of listening. I'm just started listening very carefully. And next, but I'm not speaking very much. I thought myself, I know I will speak something. But if my manager or someone is asking about any updates, uh, the words into throat, but it is not coming out to me. So and then after I just joined to Toastmaster. Now I'm listening and then I'm speaking voluntarily and then I'm just taking a notes. So now I can pick three. I'm a listener and I'm taking a notes and I'm just speaker. So that's all about this question, Ashik.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Manikandan. You voluntarily picked up the question.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, in Toastmaster, usually listening carefully, and we are also speaking, and we are also trying to take notes on the new words, I believe. Thanks so much. Okay. Can I pick next volunteer?
Rajaraman.
Guess Rajaram, can you try, please?
Yeah, I can. Please excuse for the background noise. My son was playing and asking me to come out.
Yeah. Your voice is
Yeah.
clear now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just wait. 2 minutes. Yeah.
This is your question. Which one wastes most of your time?
Are you
Insta,
sharing screen?
it's not visible.
Not visible, Ashik.
Yeah. I can't see.
Now,
Yeah, I can see.
okay. Which one wastes the most of your time?
Yeah, it's a multiple answers.
Okay.
It's a great question. I think it's everybody's time, I think, because every day morning when we wake up, right? So if he takes up the phone for a 5 minutes or checking the time, but it goes for another 15-20 minutes, then we unable to wake up. Okay, like we, taking phone for just checking something, okay, but it end up with 20 minutes or a half an hour time in the bed. Okay, so we can do much more productivity when you wake up and just have a small walk, and you can spend time with family. There are a lot of things we can do. But yeah, it's kind of all the social networks, we could say that.
Mhm.
Even
Thank you.
what I am trying to avoid doing anyway. This is something which I try to avoid phones. When we wake up and immediately should not take phone and go and refresh and do some other physical activity than mobile phone. So that way I'm trying to avoid phones in the bed. So that's why I'm doing something in the recent days. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajaram. Like that was the great habit to stop using social media. We should involve in physical activities. Thank you. Next volunteer, please.
Time is running behind. Can we have lost speaker, or can we wind up if no one have any? Any lost
Yeah.
speaker?
We can wind up the section. It's already 12:10.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashik. It was the wonderful and interesting questions. Each and every questions, people involving himself. If the topic, what are my speech will be there. So I have each and every topic myself. I remember if the topic, what should I speak? What I'll speak in the thing. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashik, for the creating the interesting questions. For the interesting time, just I quickly explain the our theme of the day. So the revolutionary in the current era, right? So we have seen the lots of revolutions, electricity, the internet, but the current uh, revolutions we can't able to imagine how the thing is going to happen, right? So these are like a baby, like a cause you have the baby, right? It's learning something. The AI era is learning something, but we don't know what is going to give the surprise in the futures. So it's learning like a anything. So we wait for the futures. So I'm going to give some glimpse on both the education industry. A few of them will be the education, working on the education industry. Right? So in the current scenarios, how the teachers are becoming, right? They are completing B.Ed, Master and PhD. They're coming for the teaching field. What are the learning they're trying to teach the students? But the current AI era, so it will understand the human being IQ. Let's say, example, we have the 40 students in the class. So that in the current situation, teachers can't explain the way each and everyone to able to understand, right? But this personalized AI can understand what exactly his brain is working. How if you thought the human going to consume? So just imagine you have the hologram you can see, right? It will show up the teachers come. It will speak like a with a sensitive speak. Let's say example how teachers teaching, right? Hey, this is a soft word, the emotional touching word, right? The current AI can be able to explain the emotionally, can teach the students able to understand. So it's happening within a 5 years or almost the top ISAC schools are getting introductions of these things. Also, most of the teachers are spending 50% of time on the administrative to check the how students coming or who are the coming, like what is the background feedback. They're working on the things, but the future is going to evolve like anything. So next industry, healthcare. I have many friends in the healthcare industries. They are working Pfizer, Z4, Paraxel, many industries. I know how the people are working. Right? Let's say example for the cancer drugs creation. They are they're literally spending more than 20 to 30 years to come up with one drug to the industry. They're going to file the patent. They're going to there is three kind of phase one, phase two, phase three test. There is the statistical lots of test, statistical test they use, then placebo method. There is the then human tested with the age criteria. They will test many things to come up with the one drugs to the industry. But the right now AI era, how they finding, so AI can design the molecule to stimulate your DNA. So instead of finding how if the medicine is going to, instead of tablet, they directly through the molecule to recover your all the things. So in the current era, let's say example, all the kidney failure or cancer, everything they can able to current medicine able to find at stage 3 or stage 4 at the end of the stage only. The current industry able to find, right? But in the current using the AI, before starting itself at stage 1 itself, let's say example, we have lots of steady cases identifying the breast cancers, right? So it can able to detect the cancer. It's able to evolve as a breast cancer or breast cancer or some other cancer. So these are things evolving like anything. So you can able to imagine. So I wishing you all to try to keep update because of we are outside of we are talking about watching reels, spending times to watching the movies, but I'm just emphasize everyone to try to what is coming the everyday in the news. So in the meanwhile, interesting time, I'll go to our third segment, evaluations. For that, I'll call Toastmaster Muthu to take care of your segmentations. Over to Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narasinga, for handing over the session. Now we are in the most important session of today's meeting, that is the evaluation session. The evaluators play a very important role in Toastmasters because they recognize strengths, highlight achievements, and offer more constructive suggestions for improvement. So today we had 3 prepared speeches. Now to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Kasi, we got Toastmaster Narasinga. Now let me give a brief introduction to Toastmaster Narasinga. Toastmaster Narasinga works as a data scientist at John Deere in Pune, and he has a keen interest in learning new things and working and growing in his field. And outside of his work, he enjoys traveling, reading, and cooking. Now, let us welcome Toastmaster Narasinga to evaluate his target speaker, Toastmaster Kasi. Over to you, Toastmaster Narasinga.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the warm introduction. So special good afternoon to my target speaker. Yeah, my target speaker, Toastmaster Vasinathan. He completing level 3 speech 1. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Kasi, for completing your speech. I was always wondering how you were the way of narrating the speech, right? It always well connected. It's not look like someone created, right? It's look organized. How do you say? Organic, unorganic. It's a most of speech look unorganic. So your way when you prepare the speech always have the organic structures. The way of narrated a story is the very well. So you have come up with a few examples like interesting points. How Nigeria travel made you to think about it. As a traveler, I always believe one thing. If you want to reset your life, if you want to reset button, if your life, I'll say that reset button is a travel. So I always go to the solo travel as much as possible to go far. I like to travel in the second class to see the how peoples are living, right? So literally, Kasi, you made things, how we learn from the traveling, right? So if you want to live the people life, you will, when you travel, you see many people, how they're living their life. So instead of reading the book, let's example, if someone say, na, if you want to read the books, the same experience you will get from the through the travel. So you made the story, the narration way. You have give the good examples to how the travel made you to think in the different point of view. So every speeches have some suggestion to improve for the next speech. I always noted when you give speeches, right? You most of the time you are trying to look at audience, but few times you means obviously happens. You see some like a out like the other side to get some point, right? So it will make me to not the flow in the speech. Just make sure always when you're thinking, just think while seeing from the audience itself. So it will helpful to make key understanding listening to the audience. So that's my suggestion. Next suggestions how you narrated the stories, right? Like if you see the travel, travel means you can go behind some few steps, come up the few steps. It will make more live speeches. So I hope I'm also trying to learn, but just I'm giving the suggestion. I hope you'll take as a good way. Yeah. Overall, it was overall good speech. We are looking forward to the next speeches. Yeah, over to Toastmaster Murthy.
Thank you,
Thank
Oliver.
you.
Note it down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narasinga, for your thoughtful evaluation and valuable insights. Hope it will help Toastmaster Kasi to give an even better speech in the upcoming days. Now, we have the second evaluator. Now, to evaluate the educational speech, I welcome Toastmaster Daniel. So let's welcome Toastmaster Daniel. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, TM, General Evaluator. So my target speaker is Toastmaster Muthu. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on completing your level 5 educational session series on beginning your speech. You have done it nicely, and the points which I observed you. The first one is you have a clear educational objective. The entire speaker series, you maintain the focus on the topic throughout the seasons. That was quite encouraging, and because of that, the audience could clearly understand that the goal was to learn effective techniques for opening a speech. The content was structured and educational in nature. The second point which I want to highlight is you have a strong organizations to complete the entire education session on this topic. And the third one is I just wanted to highlight is your confidence in delivery. So you so confident in deliver the points on effective beginning your speech. The fourth one is that audience engagement. You completely engage the audience through the education sessions on the topic. There are 7 bullet points you explain clearly, like arouse suspense, curiosity, tell a story. So there are different techniques you have explained through the entire speech. That was quite encouraging. And now few recommendations for improvement. The first one is the stronger demonstrations. So while the concept were well explained, the learning experience could become even more impactful if you compare the weak speech opening and a strong powerful speech opening side by side. That will help the audience to compare how it will reinforce the key learning points. The second thing is more vocal variety. So here slightly I just feel that the whenever the you explain the point, begin within a quotation with a quotation and ask a rhetorical question and reference the occasions, that time your voice looks slightly monotonous, and there you can engage some more voice modulations, more vocal variety with increase the tone and lower the tone when you explain the different thing. That time audience will able to remember what they have to keep in mind while opening a speech. So overall, the educational session was quite good, and you have successfully achieved your objective of the educational sessions with useful insights, practical examples, and to summarize this, your educational session with met with clear objective and educational value. The number two is well organized structure and practical and relatable examples, and you have done a confident delivery and audience with slight improvement of include stronger demonstrations and more vocal variety. It will become a great educational session forever. So congratulations on successful delivery of your education session. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Muthu. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel, for your encouraging and constructive feedback. And thank you so much for your keen observation and pointing out improvements point by point. Thank you so much, sir. Now, let me call upon our third evaluator. Our third evaluator is visiting Toastmaster Laukia. She's going to evaluate our visiting Toastmaster Adav. So please join me welcoming Toastmaster Laukia. Over to Toastmaster Laukia.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, hello everyone. I'm back as the individual evaluator for Toastmaster Athav. So, trust the process. Yes, I have trusted the process, and really, from the very beginning, the speech was really amazing. Kudos to Toastmaster Athav for completing your level 1 project 3. So, from the beginning, how you began by saying what we see in social media, the images of winning, the start finish line, and how everybody posts what is being finished. So that is where that relatable, where everybody here is on social media actively or passively. So that is something which we observe every time. We don't post the process, we only post the end product where it is successful. So we need to test that process, and that message was clearly given throughout the speech. That was really amazing. The way you gave your story, like the precise points, like clock was at 1 p.m, hands were shaking and anxiety when you were describing about your exam time. That was really good. And the messy waiting room and time, the and desired results of doubting, self-doubt. So those words and that story, you've been connected, and the conversation between the doubting and confidence was really amazing. That was a new concept, like how you can incorporate a conversation in a speech between thoughts and not two persons, and that was really good and was well presented. And the few chess reference, like I really like the chess reference where you said the player never aims of the final but always thinks about the next move. That was really good. And unpolished things which we post, and many few points which you mentioned throughout the speech was really amazing. Coming to the project objectives, as per your previous evaluation, the evaluator mentioned there was no less of vocal variety, but I've seen a good vocal variety, but the exaggeration or the pauses was really necessary. As throughout the speech, it was in a single pace, be it in the conversation, be it in while you are telling your story. So the vocal variety can be given more, like with an exaggeration or like a sad, oh, I thought, like that, with that anxiety or feeling it when you are saying. So that could bring out more emotion to the story, because that vocal variety is different. Like having highs and lows is different, and having an emotion to the vocal variety is different. So make sure you add it the next time. And another evaluation given the previous time was eye contact and screen, seeing at the screen during the online meeting, but I observed it well. You are constantly checking upon the audience and had those uh, screen visibility and eye contact. So well done in that part. And questions, so the previous evaluator had asked you to have the questions and include audience in your speech. So that was well done this time. Like you constantly made the relatability and told few phrases. So overall the speech was really amazing. Just take the suggestions of how you take the pauses well and the emotions into your speech, and running the marathon, you did it well. So back to general evaluator. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Laukia, for your energetic evaluation and a helpful recommendation. Hope it will help Toastmaster though in his upcoming speeches. Now let's give all our evaluators, Toastmaster Narsinga, Toastmaster Daniel, and Toastmaster Lokia, a warm round of applause for their excellent work in helping our speakers grow and succeed. Now we are moving into the tag team report. Now I would like to call upon our, without any further delay, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Money for timers report to help us understand how well we manage time today. About to you, Toastmaster Money.
Thank you, Muthu. Hi, Toastmasters. So I'm just come up with the timing report. On the prepared speech section, so Kasi sir took 7 minutes 47 seconds and Muthu took 25 minutes 10 seconds. This about this is about prepared speech section, and moving to table topic. Laukia take 1 minute 48 seconds. Kasi sir take 1 minute 30 seconds, and Ephraim took 1 minute 10 seconds, and Daniel took 1 minute 45 seconds, and Raja Ram take 1 minute 20 seconds. On evaluation section, Toastmaster Nasinga took 2 minutes 30 seconds, and Toastmaster Daniel took 2 minutes 45, and Lokia took 3 minutes 22 seconds. So this is about timing report. Over to you, Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Money, for keeping us on track and for your report. Now, I would like to invite our all counter, Toastmaster Tirumurugan sir, to present the all counters report.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I am here to give the report of our counters today. Toastmaster Kasi used more than 5 times "are" and also used word like. Toastmaster Anto 5 plus times of "are". Toastmaster Ephraim 2 times. Toastmaster Money 4 times. Toastmaster Narasinga 4 times and also used word like. Toastmaster Muthu 5 plus times of "are" and also used frequently the word like. And Toastmaster Adar 3 times "are". Toastmaster Daniel 2 times "are" and also you frequently used "but", more than 5 plus times. Toastmaster Laukia used "are" 5 plus times. And that's all about that "are" counter report. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day, our general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tirumurugan sir, for listening so attentively and helping us become more aware of our speech habits. Now, finally, I invite our grammarian, Toastmaster Ephraim, to present the grammarian's report.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm presenting my grammarian report. Some of the above the normal word usage today were anecdote, pick, and a couple more words like rapo. So these were the above the normal words that were used today. Thank you. And if I have missed any, please let me know.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ephraim, for your excellent observations on language usage and for helping us improve our grammar and vocabulary. Now, let's give a big round of applause for our tag team for their valuable contributions to today's meeting. Now we are about to conclude our meeting. So now, as a general evaluator, I'm ready with my today's report card. Overall, today's meeting was well organized and started on time, setting a positive tone for the entire session. We were treated to have very good 3 speeches, each offering valuable insights and learning opportunities. And we had a very long educational session, and the time should be track down so that we could end our meeting on time. Our Toastmaster of the day did an excellent job in coordinating the meeting smoothly and maintaining the flow of the program. The theme of the day and word of the day were clearly explained, helping members understand and connect with them throughout the meeting. And special appreciation to Toastmaster Adho and Toastmaster Logia for excellent roles. The guests were warmly welcomed and properly greeted, making them feel comfortable and included. And I personally thank Toastmaster Daniel for evaluating the education session. And the table topic session conducted by Toastmaster Ashik was lively and engaging and encouraging members to think on their feet and participate actively. Now, as a suggestion for improvement, I encourage all members to make great use of word of the day and theme of the day in their speeches and in meeting roles. This will help us to drive maximum value from these learning opportunities. Overall, it was an enjoyable and productive meeting. Congratulations to everyone who contributed to its success. And I have one little suggestion. We have begun the meeting well on time, but on ending, we will very well past the ending time. So that we need to take care of and we need to go cut the time wherever possible so that we can finish the meeting on time. That's about my report. Man, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu, for the detail and clean report on your entire meeting. Also, all the tag and evaluator they have enthralled and played fullest on the role. So give the big round of applause to all the role players. So just we are almost the end of the time. Just quickly, I will conclude my theme of the day. If you have bear with me, it's okay, or can we, Tina?
Yeah, we can extend. So, can we extend for 10 more minutes, please?
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
I
yeah.
have a yes from couple of members?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, it's just
Thank you so much.
sure. Okay, so quickly I'll conclude the theme of the day. So the two more industry I was in my mind, like one is the manufacturing. So few of people are working on the manufacturing industries, right? So few of them can hear about the in China factories like a Dong. So they call like a factory of the world. So it means dark factories. There is no single human working on this factory. Is fully working on the dark mode. There is no uh, single light, or there is no make noises, or nothing is there. So what I'm telling, so all the mission itself can know. Let's say example, if with the current industry, like we need the supervisor, we need the like a safe and security, we need to have the canteen food and the infrastructure, we need the rest for the human being. But the factory is working 24 into 7 entire in the 3 shift, so making the productivity more than 80% better than the human being. So this is the one of the biggest happening right now. Let's think about what will be the 2035, right? So I have visited multiple factories, like a John Deere factory, like a Royal Enfield factories. How human being they put their physical effort to make the machines. But in the upcoming years, you can see the tragic transformations. The machine itself can take care of everything. The last industry, like a farming industry, as I'm working in the John Deere, I know how it's evolved last 10 years, how the farmers getting benefits, right? So let's say example few things. For the tillage, for the prepare your soils, right? We have the autonomous John Deere tractors. You don't need to sit on the tractors. We have just a joystick. You can play like a tractors goes on their own way. It will find where to turn, how to the precision agriculture and this technology, right? It will which are the path it will take to turn it to quickly complete the area. Then there is the soil moisture, soil prediction, weather predictions, to maintain the crop, have the fullest fullest nutritions of the field. Also, we have the see and spray. So there is no need to spray through the machines, right? We have the full of automated drone. So they will identify where to spray. Where are the nutrients are low, right? It will spray more applications or nutrition over there. If it is a more nutrition, it will reduce the spray over there. Also, it will identify the soil moistures where the water content is needed. So it ultimately playing the big role. Previously, farmers want to go on field to check on every simple and everything. Right now, a farmer can sit on the field. They can able to understand what is my current going on my field. When the need to change my cycle of the farming, let's say sugarcane or uh, soya beans or everything we can count which scenario we need to change everything. It will be giving the good suggestion with the better results every each and every time. So yeah, I have covered the five industry, how currently using AI, how it evolved. So when I was my started my speech, I was planning to start with the quote. So today is the Che Guevara birthday. So I was planning to start the meeting, but I will try to end up the meeting with the Che Guevara quote. Okay. As a revolutionary, we are talking about the revolutionary. So he is one of the revolutionary our thing. So he what they told, the revolution is not an apple that falls when ripe. The revolution is not an apple that falls when the ripe. You have to make it fall. So we need to always think. We don't need to go with the flow. We always have the idea. We have always have the lots of path how we'll make our life to better for the futures. Hope you enjoy these sessions. You get better few things knowing prior than yesterday. I'm happy to forward to Toastmaster Tina for upcoming session. Yeah, thank you. Over to Toastmaster Tina.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Narasinga. I see that, from 20, we have got only 10 members. So we'll just quickly, open your video so that we'll have a quick photo session. Meantime, someone will be losing them in the meeting. So 1 minute, just give me a minute. Let me gallery view. Okay, done. Kasi sir, Muthu, possible? Okay, so done. Okay, 1 minute.
Ma'am?
Done. Thank you so much. So hope the session was good, and we have got the openings. So let me have the results now. So certificates will be circulated by the end of the day. So I'll be taking care of it. So best role player goes to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Narasinga. The best speaker goes to Toastmaster Arthur. Thank you so much. And we have a best star player. We have Grammarian Toastmaster Ephraim. We have the best TT speaker as Toastmaster Daniel. Okay, so we have 2 more questions. I heard, what did you like the most in today's meeting? All good talk, okay? A table topic session, that was nice. And a TTM, good lesson, speech segment. It was interesting and engaging with different distinct Toastmasters and good learning. Thank you so much. And we have also will be incorporating the feedback in coming over session. Just a quick session, a certificate needs to certificate. Yes, we'll be doing it. The meeting was good. Nil, good. We need to give the attention to the timing of the meeting. Yes, it is very, very important. Excellent meeting and good that 1 minute feedback after every prepared speeches. That was being incorporated by Narasinga once again to our session. So thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Narasinga. So I'll just take a couple of minutes to complete this. I know that the meeting is being dragged. One prepared speech, got extended for 10 to 12 minutes extra. So we'll take that feedback and we'll work it on. We will try to, fix all the speech slot in preparedly, at least 1 month before. We will have the quick roll call for the next 4 meetings and we'll plan accordingly to their objective and then we'll plan effectively. So couple of things what I wanted to share is thank you so much for all the visiting Toastmaster from Toastmaster Daniel and Toastmaster Adar and Toastmaster Laukya to helping us to driving this Puducherry Toastmasters Club meeting on a Sunday morning. In between, we had some glitches. We were not able to focus on more things because there was dependency on 3 to 4 people who have to take care of the entire meeting. And now we are being back with a full force. And obviously, this is a non-volunteer organization. Thank you so much for these 3 lovely persons. So I would request everyone to unmute and give a round of applause for helping us today. So thank you so much. And also we had Toastmaster Manigandan, who served as a sergeant at arms and also acted as a timer. It was well and good having multiple roles in a meeting. It was fantastic. And Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Narasinga. It was a well-prepared speech. I think it is not a speech. It is an education session, what you have given us in the Toastmaster of the day, theme. It was fantastic. And I would love to appreciate Toastmaster Ashik, who is doing the first time as a table topic session. It was energetic and, it was awesome. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashik. Keep that, good going. And thank you so much for Muthu acting as a speaker and also as a general evaluator. I know it is difficult, but you have somehow you balanced it. The two roles. Two roles are, very, very crucial inside a meeting. That was fantastic. Muthu, nice handle. And thank you so much, Kasi sir, for coming back again with the speech. Kasi sir obviously comes with a different scenario. Whenever I hear the speech, I don't feel like boring. Like, he comes up with a new journey. How a speech can be interested. Okay, so that is a kind of an energy what he brings in. Thank you so much for each and everyone, and thank you so much Toastmaster Tirumurugan sir for accepting as an R counter. Today we had opening, we had 20 members, and now we have 10 members. I know it is a time constraint. I wanted to highlight couple of things here. Next Saturday we are meeting in person our 5 years of Puducherry Toastmasters Club. So hope some of you could have seen our chartering date. It was on June 22nd. It falls on the same day of Vijay's birthday, that is our Honorable Chief Minister. But since it's a Monday, we are celebrating on Saturday. So 20th, because of the constraint from the venue, so we have shifted from Sunday to Saturday. So Saturday we are meeting from 10:45 till 12:30. We'll have a family celebration of a cake cutting, and we'll have a joyful, and we'll sit and have a kind of a moments of truth, part of a family discussion. We need to understand what works well and what has to be improved in few forthcoming meetings. So that's one of the thing. And going forward, I wanted the same energy from everyone, handling this PTC. Today, I did not take any role. I was just sitting and enjoying the entire show, but still I was doing my back end work of, the Zoom recordings and certificates, Google form and all those things. So I could not come on video. Excuse me for that. So thank you so much for all your time. With this, let me adjourn today's meeting of 220. We'll meet on next Saturday in person. Whoever is available, please do come and visit Puducherry Toastmasters inside Puducherry on 20th of June. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.